Well, hello there, fellow gamers, YouTubers, and YouTubies. Robert French coming at you with a little live gameplay of Friday the 13th. Now, I know this is like a 2-year-old title, but, you know, I really like this game and I want to review it now. No, actually, this is my second attempt at doing a live play of the virtual cabin. I attempted this the other day with a friend of mine, Buck, and the main reason is I just wanted to, with Halloween approaching, talk about Friday the 13th and do the virtual cabin and just kind of hang out with my buddy, have a few beers, and kind of live the life of a counselor at Camp Crystal Lake and just kind of check this whole thing out. But unfortunately, the first 2 runs that I did of the video, there was something wrong with the headset we were both using, and it basically the audio's haunted. It just, there's something let's see. I think this is what I want to do here. But basically it's just the audio's no good. It's a hum all through there. I don't know if it was, I was using a setup where we were sharing a headset, so I don't know if it was because of the device wasn't compatible or it wasn't perhaps plugged in to the controller all the way. I'm not exactly sure what the issue was, but we could not hear each other on the video that I uploaded. So I'm doing this again, and this is going to be, I just reset the virtual cabin back to square one here, so everybody's alive. And I'm going to go ahead and run through this in a couple of parts here. Like I said, just with Halloween approaching, I just want to go around and have a little bit of fun in the virtual cabin, and just kind of talk about Jason Voorhees. Let's go over to this computer here first. Let's see here. Maybe enter password. Okay, now this is what I was wondering up here. So now that we've gone back and I've set it to main, I guess I can go ahead and re-enter the password, which is actually, let me back out, one of the first puzzles. This is pretty neat. One of the first puzzles here in the game is when you pick up these little magazines and stuff, you have these little word puzzles on the back with these little highlighted corresponding blanks. Now, there are, I believe, 6 weeks altogether as far as the puzzles go, and the puzzle here is what allows you to solve what the password is for this computer. Some of these I didn't even I didn't know myself. I had to like rack my brain. I was using Google trying to figure some of these out, but I didn't use these to try to figure out the password. I was just trying to figure out these word puzzles later on after I'd already unlocked the password, and then I realized after like 2 or 3, I was like, wait a minute, these are the password clues here. Most films in Mask, they're talking about the actor who played Jason, which would be Kane Hodder in this instance, and then the highlighted letter is the last letter, which would be E, and then that would place the E into the 5th space for the password over here in the computer. And there are several throughout the cabin here that you got to pick up and check out. On the back here of this newspaper, there's another one. Let's go ahead and rotate this guy around here. Alright, this is the first one, and this one gave me a little bit of trouble. I was like just thinking way outside of the realm of Jason. I was thinking of actual like cartoon characters, and like again, this is one I Googled, like trying to figure out who a furry friend with a purple bow is. I was thinking Barney, but I was like, no, he's got a green bow. and he's not really furry, even though he is kind of like soft. He's not like a furry friend. I was thinking of a toy that an actor may have had in one of the Jason movies, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I just like tried to just kind of, I guess, like relax my brain before going to bed. And as I did, I realized I was probably talking about a dog. And then I started thinking about the dogs within the Jason film franchise. And again, I was coming up with like just big dogs like Gordon from Part 4 and the Black Lab in the first film. I couldn't think of anything that had like a purple bow. And then just as I was going to bed, I remembered in Part 2 there was a little dog with the purple bow, but I couldn't think of the dog's name. So I actually got out of bed, went into the living room, put the movie in my DVD player or a Blu-ray player, and then looked for scenes with the dog in it. And as I was looking for it, I was like, Muffin. I think the dog's name is Muffin. And of course, I found a scene where the girl's getting ready to go skinny dipping, and she hears the dog, and sure enough, it's Muffin. But there are like tons of these around the house. That this is the Lazarus here, the ship that they took to New York that sank, and that's another clue for the puzzle there. I actually solved the puzzle in much of the same fashion, where I solved some of these where I just guessed it kind of. I was thinking, I went through trying to, I think it's capital. Let me do shift here. I went through several passwords just kind of guessing. I didn't realize there were clues to the password within the puzzle, or within the virtual cabin. I just assumed that, you know, you just had to kind of guess it. Now, once you do this, this kind of allows you to crouch and pick up items like this hat over here we just looked at. I'm going to come back over here. Now I can pick it up. You can't pick up everything in the cabin, but that allows you to crouch and pick up, which is pretty essential for this game. A lot of things you can interact with, but you're going to find out everything you can, of course, pick up. And being that this is a 2-year-old game, a lot of you probably already know a lot of this. I did do a walkthrough video, or watch a walkthrough video of like the PC version, and it was more interactive. Like if you came over here and you could crouch and like look at the clock, and after a few minutes, like you look at the clock and kind of like zoom in on it, and it would like, you know, make a noise, and it was more interactive. That's kind of creepy right there, actually. But again, like I said, my friend Buck came over. I put together a little walkthrough for us to kind of go through and play this game and unlock some stuff here and just talk about Friday the 13th. So I'm going to go ahead and do now what we initially set out to do. Also want to go ahead and shout out Mr. Z3KO Gaming. Z3KO Gaming. I watched 3 of his videos to kind of put together this walkthrough on what to do. The first puzzle I'm going to do is a little figure puzzle here. I didn't know a lot of these puzzles here within this game, and I'm really impressed. This guy, we're going to come in here in the bathroom and pick some of these things up, figured all of this out, because there's a lot of stuff within this game I don't think I would have ever figured out as far as these puzzles go. So I want to give a big shout out to Z3KO Gaming. It's one of the soon-to-be victims here, I'm sure, of Mr. Jason Voorhees. Now, once we've gone to the bathroom here and collected a few items, I'm just going to come back in here, in this room here, and check out a few things. A little snake action. Kind of like, I guess, what was that, part 1? Snake came out and everybody went nuts in the cabin trying to kill this snake here. What? No. What are we doing here? Yeah. I'll get it right in a minute. Alright, so she goes here, Allie, I guess. This Jason goes here. And then this figure... Right. I guess this is like a scene from part 3? Yeah, part 3, yeah. Then we're just gonna come back over here, and then we're gonna set these figures up. I think this guy goes here, right? Yeah. And then apparently Jason always goes in the middle, from what I understand. And then the victim's gonna go here, and then voila, we've got our first badge. Ha ha ha. Alright, now these badges are important. They go back here on this little board. I guess like a little merit badge board or whatever. We're going to check out the rest of this little place here. You can interact, like I said, with a lot of stuff. You can't pick up everything, but there is a lot of stuff you can pick up with and interact with. And a lot of characters you'll see from different movies. Go ahead and take those. Some glasses. Little apple there. Ooh, big apple. Yes, Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. Which is interesting because he's not even in Manhattan for very long. I don't know why they should have been Jason Takes a Cruise Liner. Here's another probably word puzzle. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Cured meat and famous counselor. Bacon! Haha! Kevin Bacon. Clever. I think Kevin Bacon got his start. That was probably like his first film, breakout film, much like Johnny Depp in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. This is pretty cool over here. This is like a little Pinehurst diner menu from part 5, I believe. Another back room here. Check things out. Some shoes. These little walkie-talkies are interesting.
What was the creepiest part about working on the game?
Oh, for sure, the phone calls.
Okay, sorry. That was great. Can you start over, but this time incorporate the question into your answer?
My bad, yeah. So the creepiest part about working on this game was I get these weird phone calls to my personal phone. We worked on the game for almost, I think it was about 3 years.
Wow. And
every single Friday the 13th, we would get these calls from someone. At first, I thought it was someone at the studio, Paul or Dan or something, but it had to be like an F-13 fanboy or something. They would use this voice distortion and claim to be Pamela warning us to honor the memory of her son. Sometimes they would just laugh into the phone and hang up, but most of the times they would just, you know, complain about the game taking so long.
That doesn't sound that creepy.
It wasn't until one time I called the number back and heard this.
It would freak me out a little bit, I think, yeah. I don't think there's much in here you can really interact with. We'll come back to this guy later. But next, I guess we will move on to the pedestal badges. So we have these pedestals all throughout the house here. We're gonna see here. We're gonna take this guy, place you here, and I believe the bandana goes there. Yep. See, oh yeah, we're going to need some stuff from over here too. Let's go ahead and grab this badge and this mask here. Again from part 3. Part 3 was very instrumental in the movies. or in the movie industry, with the 3D aspect of the film. It was one of the test bits for later. Oh, come on, door. Oh my God, if I was being chased by Jason right now, I wouldn't be able to be dead. I couldn't even get in the room. But it was a test bit for other 3D movies in the future that would come, like Jaws 3D and stuff like that. So, let's see here. Just looking at some of the stuff where I gotta. I think we're gonna place the badge over here. See some stuff in here to collect, some stuff over here to check out. On here there's a phone number that's going to come in handy later on. I've already written that guy down, and then we need some stuff in here. Oh my gosh, it's a spider. That would be from part 5. There we go. And some stuff in here. Now I don't even need to click on this to know what this is from. This is from the film part 6, Jason Lives. Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives. One of the kids actually falls asleep reading this book. And there's some numbers on the back. I'm pretty sure there's some significance in those, but I'm not really sure what it is. But yeah, it's pretty funny there. I'm going to go ahead and take this Jason mask while we're in here. Alright, this room here. Gonna pick up this movie. Let's see, there's something that goes here. I believe it's the yo-yo. And then we'll go back downstairs. There's all kind of stuff to click on in here, but I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time. Just go back downstairs real quick. And I think back here in this room, I'm just gonna go ahead and place. So I guess the hat. Pick up that badge. I guess we'll move on next to the mask portion of the game. That guy. Did I grab the mask? Oh, yeah, looks like I did. Alright, and then I'll put together a little diagram of the masks over here. We're going to go ahead and pick all these little guys up. Because we're going to need to do a little rearranging. Before I do, let's go take a look over here on the table. This is the Lazarus I was talking about from part 8, where Jason takes Manhattan. But in actuality, like I said, it's more like he takes this Lazarus. Like 70% of the movie is spent on the boat, I think. Get little snippets of New York in there. And then most of New York that you even see is like Vancouver. So go figure. Another movie, go and pick those up. Now the movies you can use, you can put these in the VCR. There's a few of them around. I haven't quite figured out exactly what the importance of the movies are. Like, so you can put them in according to order, like, because there's a part 1, there's a part 2, there's a part 3, there's a part 4 within these cassettes. Their time stamps are different. I put them in order of timestamp, and nothing's really happened, so I don't really know what the significance is. If somebody does, feel free to comment down below. A couple of guys over here hanging out, drinking some beers. Chad. Bugsy and Chad. You guys are dead. Dead, dead, dead. Not a care in the world, but you guys are dead. If only you knew. Alright, let's come over here and go ahead and set these masks up here. Alright. So the first mask should look like that. And then the second mask to go on the wall should have the big like blood gash in the head. Like that. Then we're gonna skip that one, and then you come over here to this guy, and it's gonna be the one with just that. Then over here, then it's gonna be the funky. Yeah, and then this guy should be that, and then last but not least, Space Station Jason. Right? No, okay, I always get these two confused here. So there we go. Yay, I did it. Then go ahead. Oh, can you not hang it up afterwards? Oh, that's weird. I was going to hang it back up to the last mask. Oh, okay. Alright, so then I got that taken care of. Now the next badge is a pain in the butt. Basically, you just got to come over here. There's a telephone. And there's a ton of numbers that you have to call over and over and over. This is just a very tedious part of the game here.
Crystal Lake Police Department. Hello? Hello?
And then you call them back again. Oh man, I lost count of how many fives that was. That's a lot of fives. Hope that's right. Close one.
Crystal Lake Police Department. Is anyone there?
Yeah, me. I'd like to order a pizza. Five. Really makes you appreciate the cell phone.
Crystal Lake Police Department.
Just say the name before you want to call.
No, it's probably just Ralph again.
Ralph. Good old Ralph. I think he was in part 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken. But Ralph was homeless. I don't know how Ralph would even have a telephone. This many quarters just to waste at a payphone. I think Ralph knows better.
Look, Ralph, you're holding up the line. Stop calling.
Alright. Well, I know you said to stop, so I'm gonna call back one more time.
Hello?
Alright, maybe one more time.
Crystal Lake
Said I'm
Police
sorry, it's
Department.
very tedious part here.
Hello? Hey, how'd you get in here? Hey, stop right there! Don't move.
Oh no! He's dead! Alright, so the next number we're gonna call is well, 911. And while I'm doing this here, I'm gonna go ahead and actually pause for a second, upload a clip, and then we'll come back and keep dialing these numbers here.
911, what's your emergency? Hello, do you need police, ambulance, or fire? Are
All
you there?
of them.
Do you have an emergency?
And the Coast Guard. Alright, so again, I'm just going to pause right here. I'm going to upload this video real quick. We'll be right back. I'll talk a lot more about Jason in this next segment, I promise, but I just want to make sure that everything's right with the sound quality and this second run of Robert French versus Jason is actually correct before I make the mistake of uploading it like I did with the last one. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.